Hi, it's the 12th of July 2017, Wednesday. The time is 10 to 8. And this is Sudoku that I'm just showing my method of playing Sudoku. So first we're going to look for ones. There's a one here somewhere. We can fill them in. I do at times when I feel like it. We can fill them in to I don't know what, that's my phone just getting texts. And so I like to do it on the computer here and there, every so often. Here's a 3. Because there's no 3 here and here, so and this is a hard problem. This is from a newspaper this is yesterday's newspaper. This is out of the Christchurch press, and this is a hard one. This one, there's also medium and easy, and so I'm just going to go and do this and see how I go. Five is no real activity at the moment. Just finding the basic ones first. Eight is here. 8 is here. 9. So we'll go back over them again. 1. Now I'll just I'll work out what this number is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I find the ones with just 2 numbers in it, not 3 or more. It just gets too confusing. So that's either 5 or 6. And look at this. This is different. You see, this is a 1 or a 5 or a 6, and this is a 1 or a 5 or that can't be a 5, Dave. So it's a 6. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've worked out another one, you see. And so this is, I like to do it on the computer here and there, but it's not cheating really, is it? Just joking. But it's not. So we can go put a 1 and a 5 and the 5. Oh no, we just go 1 here, don't we? So this is quite easy for me. And then we got a 5 here, because it can't go anywhere else except for there. So we know this is a 5 here and here, one or the other. There's a 5 here and here. Excuse me. And now we know there's a 2 along here and there's a 2 along here, because the 2's are here in this slot and the 2's are here in this slot. So I like to just find where the we'll just go over these now. 6 can go here or here or here or here, and can go here or here, and go here or here or here, and go here or here or here, here or here, here or here. 3 can go here or here, but can it? No. 3 can only go here. Alright, that's meant to be a 3, because this 3 is down here, this 3 is across here, so this 3 can only be here, so that 3 goes there, that they cancel each other out. This is meant to be hard. Just check that that focus is working properly, because it does play up. Here's another weakness here, this point here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is possible. 4 is possible. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, and 4. So I like to fill in the ones that can only have 2 numbers in this square, and I like to defeat it that way. So if we find out that that's 3 and 4 as well, which I'm not saying it is, then we know that the other number missing is 6 here, so 6 would go here if only 4 and 3 can go in there, but 6 can go in there as well as 4 and 3, you see. Six, 7. Still in the infancy stages of this game. Then I will show you what I like to do. Maybe. So we can find 4 and 3 here along here too. Then we know that 4 and 3 can only go in here also. In one of these squares or something, 4 and 3. Because the 4 and 3 can't go in here, can it? Can't go in here. 3 can go here, but it can't go here or here or here or here. And that 3 is there, and that 3 is there. So the 3 can only go here and here and here. So if we found that these only could have 3 similar numbers, all equal to each other, like 4 and 3, and say, let's say just 2 for the discussion, then we know that 4, 3, 2 are only in these boxes, not that they are, and these numbers can't be 4 and 3 and 2 either. So we know that if that was the case, 4 and 3 and 2 are along here, so we can now start going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the thing. And so I like to play it this way. Now this can be only a 5 here, so that's what I like to do. I like to diminish the I like to find the places where you can only put two numbers in after you found the basic ones. I used to have numbers all over the show, like I'd fill these in with all sorts of numbers. So now we do the other exercise, which is we pencil in, and it's not cheating, but we pencil in where ones can go, okay? Or we could just do it, look, there's a 1. There's no other place for that 1. So we know that that 1 here is here or here. So we'll take those pencils out. And we'll just do the definitive ones, you see. Pardon the pun, the definitive ones. But we'll just do the ones now, okay? And we could put a 1 here and here, but I don't want to at this stage. Then we've got this 9 here. This 9 is here somewhere, so we'll just pencil that one in. And this 9 can only go here. And this 9 can go here and here, but I don't want to do that at the moment. This 9 can only go here and here. And then we'll do the 1s, we'll do the 2s. Now, as this is quite fun, this way of doing them. 2s can only go here, of course, but then we've only got a 2 can go here, so that's a 2. That goes off. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll go 6 and 7. We know that 6 and 7 cannot go anywhere else, so that is a 6, because that's a 6 and that's a 6. Only 6 and 7 can go there, and that's a 6, so that 6 goes there, you see. This is just the way I like working it out, because it's quite cool. Then we know that now, as I said before, but this is now a 4 and a 3. And so this is a 4 and a 3. This is a 3 too. So that is a 3 there. See, because the 3 can only go there, 3 and 2 can only go there, so that's a 3 there. Is that 3? So blah 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 blah. So we will put the 3 there because it can only go there. So we might have another number here. No, that's a 4 or 2 there. So this is what I like to do. It cancels them out, and it's very productive in defeating Sudoku. We're up to 3. So have we got any other 3s? There's 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's 2 3s left. So we'll just put that in there. That's the only place a 3 can go, is along here. Then we got the 4. Now that's a little bit messier, but what I want you to see is that only a 4 can go here, of course, because there's only a 4. The 4 along here can't go in there, so the 4 can go here. But I want to show you something, that where you've got 2 here, 4s can only go here. We'll just pencil them in for you, and can only go here and here. So we know that the 4, without this 4 here, we know that the 4 has to be there somewhere, because these, it doesn't matter what sort of arrangement they are, if you can only put 4s in the top row and the bottom row of the box, and the other one on the other side or in the middle or whatever can only go on the top row and the bottom row, then you know that the 4 goes in the other one, the third one, whatever the position of the third one is, you know that the 4 goes in there somewhere. So that's something sort of simple I worked out a long time ago. So these cancel each other out, so to speak. we know that a 5 is here or here. So if a 5 can only, if this was only a 5 can go here or here, or a 5 here and here, or a 5 here and here and here, then we know that the 5, we know, I think it was correct, we know that the 5 in the middle centre box can only go there or there. What I'm saying is that if these are just 5s can only go here or here, which they can, and say 5s can only go, that's right, I was saying, yeah. And say, for instance, we found out 5s can only go here and here and here and here, then we know that's a 5. And then we've got 6, so we'll put 6 in. We'll put 6 in. And 6 can only go in there somewhere. And 6 can only go there and there and there and there. Sevens can only go here and here and here. 8 can only go here and here, and it can go here and 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 here. Can only go there. An 8 on that row. So these are contrasting each other, you see. Only 8s can go there and there and there. And we've got 9 can only go there, can only go there and there, can only go there and there. I just want to keep it tidy at the moment. Now we'll just we'll pencil in everything. No, we won't. We could. We will. We'll pencil in everything. 1. But I find it's best to try and, you find the big gaps in it real quickly, and then you go, what? I missed that. What? How did I miss that? I don't know. It's pathetic. Two. So these contrast each other. So if there was no 2 here, we know that the 2 is in here, if that was the only possibility for it. And then we've got 3, which we've done. 4, which can go here, 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 and here and here. So we know this 4's here. Okay, which is sort of a little bit basic, but we know the 4's there. It can't go there anyway because that 4 up at there, as I've already mentioned before. If you forgive my pun, before. So if this was just a 4 and 3 and 4 and 3, then we know that 9 is somewhere else. It's not here, which it is somewhere here anyway, but then we would know. And 4 and 2 same. If 4 and 2 and 4 and 2 could only go in there, then we know that's not a 4. But at this stage it's too early to tell where the 4 is and where the 2 is, and which place the 5 is in 2 as well. So we've got these contrasting numbers, and if it was just 427, 427, 42, or 47, 427 in this box, 47 and 427, we would know that those two numbers there are not 7 and 2, because they can't be, if that was what we've penciled in. Five and 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, oops, undo, 5, and then we've got 6, obviously. 6 is here, 6 is here, and here, and here. And so you start to see patterns, you see, because if we see 2, 4, and 6, and 4 and 6, and if we saw 4 and 6 here again, we know that the 8's here, can't be anywhere else, of course, anyway. And the 8 is here, or here, or here, or here. And the 8's only here and here. So we've got 6's. So we've got 6, 6, 6. We know that's a 5 there somewhere. Obvious. That's a 5 there somewhere. And usually I just do this on the actual newspaper. But this is starting to look a little bit like no numbers in there so far, so it's just, that is looking like to me as a 7 or 9. See, so if I find another place that can only have a 7 or a 9, then I know that those numbers, if they correspond together up here, sort of, which they don't, if it was the case, I know I can knock out 7 and 9 out of the other equations, out of the other possibilities. So we've got 6, and then we've got 7, and I'll just do that anyway, 7 and 9, and we're up to 7, so only 7 and 9 can go in there, whereas 7, 2 and 9 can go in that square there, and 7 and 2 can only go in that square, you see. Only 7 and 2 can go in that number square, not a 9, because the 9's already taken up residence on that line there. Now some people would say, oh, it's getting really messy. Yeah, it is, but this does work it out. Sometimes. Sometimes it gets to be a bit of a mess, but the computer can generate the answer straight away. Now here I want to show you only 7's can go here, and only 7's can go here, so that's a 7, you see. The 7 can't go anywhere else anyway, but this is only 7's can go in this 2 bottom boxes, and these 2 bottom boxes can only have a 7, and that 7's down there, so we know that's a 7, so we can knock this out, knock this out, knock this pencil out, and so we know the 7's are only there. If you get what I'm saying, that's sort of, this is what I'm trying to show here. Now this is only looking week 2, but the 9 can go in here still too. So we've got 7 and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and we've got 8. Which can only go here, here, and here. And 9 can only go here or here or here. Here, here, here. So 4 and 9 can only go in here and in here. And they can go other places too. But this is just 4 and 9, 4 and 9 here. And 4 and 3, 4 and 3 here. So now we look for weaknesses. Here we've got two numbers the same, see? So 2 and 5. So we will just be pedantic, and first of all we've got one number here that's on its own, okay, and here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we know that's a 5. So we cut off we cut all these pencils off. Okay, we take all the pencils back out. We know a 5's here or here, and 5's here or here. Then we've got, as I was saying before, we've got 1, be pedantic, I will be, because I am in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already worked out 4 before. before. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8's possible. No, it's not. 9. So we know that's 2 and 5, you see. Those two numbers can only be 2 and 5 there. So we can knock this 2 off. Okay. And we can knock that 5 off. Okay. Okay, you see. And so now we just be pedantic. 1, 2. Can 2 go there? No, because those two numbers can't have another 2 along there. Only two numbers, 2 and 5, can be in those two boxes, you see. So we've eliminated that. So we make this a 3, because only a 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 4, Dave? How come that's not possibly a 4? I'm not sure. Undo. Can a 4 go in there too? Can a 4 go in there? We'll just put a 4 there at the moment. And a 2 can go in there too. What's going on? Can a 2 go in there too? Oh no, 2 can't go in there. So we know that this is 4 and 3, 4 and 3. If that's the case, then we can establish that it's a 2, which it is anyway, but we'll just do it just to be pedantic. We go 1, 2, and 2 can't go there because of the 2 and 5 here. They cancel that, so that's a 2. We can take this off anyway because we forgot, because these can only be 2 and 5, so they're looking like they're 6 and a 9. And an 8 is going up there, which is correct. So now we got 4 and 3. We can knock the 4 off here and the 4 off here. And this is a 4. Because the 4's along here, the 4's along here, so that's a 4. We can eliminate these pencils. And then we have some probably consider having the pencils in as cheating. Well, it could be. it's better to see it in your head. I do it in my head as well, but I like to show this method of what I do, how I do it, over the board, over the game. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, we've already worked that out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go 4, 4, 4 is out now. And we've got 1, 7, 1, 7 left. And it's very cold here in Christchurch. Then we've got where is the holes? It's meant to snow here in Christchurch, and that's the rain that you probably hear now, but it's meant to snow or something like that. Something like that I've heard. Now I'm trying to find the weaknesses with it, so I'm just, there's ones there, ones there, ones there, ones there. Sounds like that now, doesn't it? 2, 3, 4. It is cold. Oh well. It is winter. So we know, I want to show you this now. I know that that's a 5. I believe. Because, why can't I put a 5 there, David? Oh, that's right. So we can only put 5s here in these 2 boxes. Okay, we can only put 5s in those 2 boxes there and those 2 boxes there, because the 5s, so we know that the 5s can't be here, they're not here because the 5s are here already. So what I'm saying is that this is the odd one out, these boxes here. The third 5 out of 3 has to go in here or here, and we know that they can't go there because of that 5, so that 5 goes there, you see. So we can cancel that one out. That's this. That's cancelled out. And this is how I like to work it out on the computer. It's quite fun. So then we know that that's a 6 because there's no other place it can go. So that's 6. And that's a 1 because it can't have a 9 there. So it's a 1. And we can cut this one off. And we can make that a 1. And that gets cut off. And that's a 9. And that can get cut off. And that's a 9. And that can get cut off. And that's a 9. And this works just in the normal game too, by getting rid of these. So just by constantly finding, what I like is the ones where I can only do 2 numbers in the square, and other ones where I can only do 2 numbers in the square. That's what I like. Well, that did take a while, but it is a hard one. So that's how I do it. And so that's just for fun, of course, to just see how I approach the game. I used to put the numbers all down the sides and everything like that, and it was a right mess. I couldn't ever work it out, hardly. I could, but it just took ages, whereas I found this method to find the squares that you can only put 2 numbers in that are possible, and also like I've shown you, where 2 lots of squares cancel out the third square, the third set of 9 numbers, that they cancel out the other one, so you know that the corresponding 2 cannot be in the third block of 9 numbers as well. So that's another thing I liked. And sometimes I really love it because there's only one number. It's an empty box. There's no 9 numerals in the given box, but there's only one number that can go in one certain box on the whole thing. There's only one number that can go in an empty box of no numbers in the box of 9. There's only one number that can go in one particular square, and it's not easy to see. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much.